All right, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to the PLAE Series. Please leave your shoes at the door. It's your host, the one and only, the number one, PLAE, and I'm here with a brand new guest, 44 Ant. And how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, of course. Now, I feel like most people that know of PLAE Legacy at this point would know of you as well, but for those that don't, let's just start out with an introduction. Just, I guess, let the people know who you are.
Yeah, it's your boy 44 Ant. Y'all might know me as Anton, rapper, songwriter. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Been doing this for a minute, on and off. You know, I made my first song in high school and been doing it on and off ever since.
Nice. You said you made your first song in high school. I think I was there for that. I'm almost certain I was there for that. Now, which one do you consider your first song?
My first song, Up Next. Shout out my boy Kulu and Renzo.
Wait, Cool was on that?
Yeah, for sure.
There was a third verse. I thought it was just you and Renzo.
No, it was the three of us on there.
That's fire. Now, okay, so it's interesting you say that, because would you consider the Minnesota freestyle your first song? You don't consider that a song?
Oh, I forgot about that, but yeah, I guess that would be my first song for real.
Nigga, that was the one
I forgot that song existed.
Yeah, bro, that's the me and Renzo talked about it in his interview for the Tony Stark song. We that is the song that started all this. Like you really? Doing that freestyle was just I don't know, that inspired all of us to be like, bruh, we did not know you could do that. I don't know, we all had the impression you had to pop in the studio and record on an expensive mic and shit, and then you just popped up in school next day on some. Bro, I remember that shit. You left school one day and you was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and record a freestyle. I'm like, what you mean? And he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and record. I'm like, alright, sure, whatever. And next day you pull up with the song. I was like, bro, how did you do this? And
man, y'all know what the fuck going on. Real trendsetter.
For real, bro. No, we definitely give you credit for a lot, bro. For a lot. All right, so you consider Up Next, which is crazy record now that you think about it, right? Up Next is your first record.
For sure.
Do you still like the song? Have you listened? When was the last time you listened to the song?
Last time I listened to it was probably a year ago, maybe.
Oh, for real?
But yeah, I listened to it kind of recently.
Oh shit! Wait, why?
But yeah, I mean, it's alright. It's a good first song, I would say.
Yeah.
But definitely looking back, the nigga could have done better, you know.
I mean, yeah. In hindsight, for sure. But for the time that, we was super fucking with it. I mean, I still fuck with it. I think I still have it on one of the other phones. It's probably in my Google Drive somewhere.
Yes, I got all the old shit in my Google Drive. So.
Wait, would you ever play that song for people now?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, for real? Damn.
Yeah.
All right, hold up. So when I'm editing this video, should I include a snippet of that song in?
Yeah, you can.
That'll be hard. All right, bet. All right, let's see if I can find it again.
I gotta give you your credit. I gotta give you your credit though. Shout out to you for helping me with the writing a little bit on that.
Oh wait. Oh shit.
What? I don't know if you remember that.
Was it on that song?
Yeah, I think you helped me with a few of the lines on that. Shout out to you for that.
Which is, I was thinking about the on Saturday, or driving home Saturday, and then I was talking to Philip about it. So I showed Philip the song. He was fucking with it too. Low key. I should introduce the song that we're here for. We are here for Low Key. We just released a new song. It should be out on all streaming platforms soon, but it's definitely on SoundCloud right now and should be on YouTube as well. But yeah, so we just recorded Low Key on Saturday. But I was talking to Philip, I think it was Monday or something, where it was dog, it's crazy because back in the day, I was helping you with some bars, and then when we was recording on Saturday, you helped me with my bars. We was going back and forth on just no, say it like this, or nah, say this instead. You came up with a good number of bars on my verse in the second part. That shit is so ill. Also, we going back and forth like Styles and Kiss on some shit. Every time during the second verse, you pop up on a song, Philip was like, "Bro, the teamwork is crazy." I was like, "Yeah."
Oh yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, we went in. But yeah, so I guess we could talk about Low Key. I guess what was the inspiration for that song? from your perspective?
Hey, man, your inspiration. I mean, you cooked up the beat live. Shout out to you for that.
Yeah.
And then you cooked up the beat, and we just started vibing from there. We just dove right in.
Yeah.
Everything punched in off the dome with it.
Right.
You know, we may have wrote like one or two lines, but everything else is pretty much off the dome.
Yeah.
And then we just went from there.
Yeah. No, that I want to say that was probably the quickest I've ever made a full song, like from beginning to end. Cause like
the beat all the way up until the bars, like everything ad libs. In 2 hours, really.
Yeah, and then I come home, so drove home, sort of got set up, and then started mixing it, and like re-recorded some vocals, and by the end of the night, basically what's uploaded, I think exactly the song that's uploaded now, literally finished it on Saturday. Like I don't know, I feel like that's pretty dope. And it's not like we even like went in with on some like, yo, we finna make this type of record. We did mess up. Like we did want to sort of spend some time researching some like previous songs that did really well. Yeah. But
we was in a hurry though. We never had time to do all that. For real.
Like I came in, so I was supposed to be there by like 5. I didn't make it there till like 6 something. It was like 6:05 or something. And then I had to leave at like 8, so we really only had the 2 hours to cook something up. But nah, definitely a great product. So I would say from my side, especially when it came to the hook, we kind of just was doing whatever really, and then we kind of landed on that, and it was like we actually really fucked with that. But part of the mindset of the song was like traveling, like taking your girl out, like traveling, fast cars, passports, like that. Those were just some of like the snippets that was like in my mind. Is like, all right, this is if like you had to create a mood board for a song, it's like, all right, this is the mood board. It's like passport, fast cars, traveling, money. Exactly, exactly. We hit all the metrics,
all the points, all the points.
Everything y'all want to talk about, we talked about it. This shit is definitely fire. But yeah, so you made your first song in high school. So I guess explain the journey from, I guess as best as you can, from like high school to Saturday. Right? Like where that gap right there.
Yeah, so I didn't really make too much music. Like I'll say like once we graduated, like I went to college, like I didn't really make too much music then. I'll say I really started making music around like 2021, 2022. Shout out my boy Aldrich, AKA Gio. Hey. We locked in, we made like 5 or 6 songs, probably more than that. We was making trailers to the songs too, like walking down Beaver Highway. Shout out Beaver Highway.
Shout out Beaver Highway.
To the songs. Yeah. But yeah, that's my boy. We locked in, and that's really kind of what got me back into music for real. Around like 2021 and 2022. All
right, so what you're saying is from during your entire time in college, you weren't making any music?
Let me think. Oh, yeah, that's cap. Okay, 2020, I made a few songs. Shout out to the Rap Chat app. I was making songs on my phone. Didn't have a studio or a mic or nothing. I'm making songs right on the phone. Made a few songs with my boys too. Shout out Mike, shout out Jared, shout out Ade, shout out Aldrich. We made a few songs together.
Fire.
I made a few songs by myself. I'm now playing that Plan B. Y'all was fucking with that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely go check that out. 4993. I fucking love that song.
On SoundCloud right now. Y'all check it out.
Check it out. 44 and Plan B. It's so great. So you sent that song, or you sent that page to us, and I was just going through. I heard Plan B, and I was really fucking with it. But I had to play it because I was at work. It was in the office type shit. It was only me and one other guy that was in there. So I was like, yo, check this song out. So I like put my laptop up like in between cubicles type shit and hit play. It's like, Brad, nah, listen to this. I definitely fuck with it.
Yeah, that song was really, it's like more of like supposed to be like a funny song, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But it accomplishes that. Like which is funny because like, yes, it's funny because obviously you're telling jokes. Like singing 4993, you're joking. No matter what you're doing, you're joking. But it's that you took it seriously though, right? Like it's the fact that, because like if someone else was like, we all hear joke records and some people aren't taking it seriously, like they're still making like bad songs, but like you actually put in effort to make a good record, you know what I mean? Like that's definitely commendable for sure.
Appreciate it.
But what made you even want to make that song, dog?
Man, I had the rap chat. We had just downloaded the rap chat app. I was just like fucking around with it, and
are you
just off the dome with it? That was all freestyle, like just off the dome, punching in.
Are you saying rap chat?
Yeah, rap chat.
I've never heard of that. Rap chat.
Yeah.
Man, y'all always
I
put me on
probably made
shit.
about like 4 or 5 songs on there.
Oh, nice. Wait, another one of my favorite songs from y'all. So it's not one of your songs, but it's you said his name is Aldrich. That's is Baby Geo.
Yeah. Geo.
Y'all have a song Two Seater.
Oh yeah.
That shit is I think that's my favorite song. Like Plan B is probably my top favorite, just on some like joke shit, but like not Two Seater is definitely hard. I even made like the smooth play thing just inspired off of the Two Seater. I guess what?
Oh yeah, appreciate that.
What caused y'all to make that song? Like what was the thought process behind that?
We used to get our beats off YouTube, so we kind of would like download the beat and then just kind of go from there. But we were writing back then, so we'll like prepare the verse before we even like pull up to the studio. So write our verses, pull up and lay it down.
Wait, so when y'all was making or taking beats off of YouTube, like what type beat were you putting in? I gotta see who you think you are.
We're spinning all kind of stuff like
for real?
Fucking Gunna type beat, Young Thug type beat, Lil Baby type beat, Detroit type beat. You know what I'm saying? Like all that. Like
so, just I guess whatever was. So is that things that y'all were fucking with, or is it because those things were popular?
We're fucking with it.
Bad.
But yeah, we also would do Young Boy type beats too. You know that song Dreamin'. I think that's the Young Boy type beat.
Yeah. I mean the type beat ecosystem is pretty interesting. We were just talking about that, where it's like, someone was suggesting to me to start posting things up on YouTube on some type beat shit. And I like, my whole perspective is just like, I don't know if that's really the type of branding that I will want for PLAE. What do you think about type beat producers?
I mean, I guess it's like a kind of like a gimmick to like get numbers on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Because if you put like Drake type beat, I mean that's gonna boost your numbers on YouTube. Yeah. But like, I feel like for you, like you're more of like you're original, like so you don't really have to like use that to like get numbers, like. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then it gets into that part because that's really what the conversation was about. It's like marketing, and it's so funny that keeps coming up in like a lot of these interviews. I don't know, or conversations. I gotta stop saying interviews, conversations. I don't know if this pops up just because it's something that's just like on my mind a lot recently, but like marketing is a beast, dog. Like trying to figure out how to get people to just look at your stuff, not even like it. Like liking it is a whole different. Liking it isn't the work that you put in. You know what I mean? And it's out of your control. But like just getting people to look at it, getting people to click it, getting people to certain in terms of music, getting people to listen to it is like, yeah. I guess what have you? I want to ask like a multi-pronged question. Like one, do you have any frustrations with marketing? Has it been like a tough time for you?
For me, I never really posted any of my music, like ever.
Oh, for real?
So
I mean, you post on SoundCloud.
Well, yeah, I posted on SoundCloud, but I never like promoted it on Instagram or anywhere else.
Right? Why is that?
I was kind of just making it for me, so I could go back and listen to it, not necessarily for other people to hear it.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would send it to people, but I wouldn't like post it on my Instagram or anything.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been doing that for a really long time. I think I've been doing that with vocal stuff for like 2 years now, maybe. Like it's been a strong minute, so I definitely understand that perspective. But like, You know, so there's the song. So we talked about Two Seater, which is a really dope song. What is that other song that you guys performed recently? It was
that was one that was just me. That was Energy.
Energy.
Yeah.
So you have songs, and if y'all haven't, check it out. So we're just gonna start. Damn, maybe I should link these songs in the description. But go check out Two Seater if you haven't. Definitely go check out Plan B, and go check out Energy. So all three songs really dope. Like, so when it comes to Two Seater, and because we both recognize Plan B's more on some joke shit, still a good song, more on some joke shit. But Two Seater and Energy are not on some joke shit. Like that those are songs. Like those are pretty serious songs. So I guess why didn't you post those?
No reason really. I was just kind of having fun with it.
Got you. Yeah, and I guess there is that aspect of just the passion behind making music, and not really necessarily having to like, you know, like turn on some type of machine to like turn your plays all the way up.
Yeah.
So you were really not concerned.
Gotta shout out my boy Ade too. He was like encouraging me with the music shit, telling me I need to keep going, keep writing, keep going to the studio. That's so fire. Shout out to him.
That's fire. Yeah, niggas definitely need a support system in their corner for sure. But okay, so you're not too concerned with like plays and shit.
Nah.
Oh wait, okay, hold on. Let me rephrase the question. So we can say that you weren't too focused on plays. Are you more focused on plays now, or you're still indifferent to them?
I mean, I guess we can start talking about this now. How Instagram isn't fucking with me right now.
Oh yeah.
So my Instagram.
Yeah. So
my Instagram has been permanently disabled. If y'all wonder where my Instagram went.
Yeah.
So as far as like promoting shit right now, I don't know what that's looking like in the future, but we're gonna try to keep going with it.
Wait, are you on any other socials?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter. TikTok, Snapchat, all that.
What is I mean, is there like a primary one that you use, or you want people to go and check out?
It was Instagram, but
yeah.
I guess for now, really Twitter. I guess I'm on Twitter a lot.
Yeah, you was pretty active. Do I follow you on Twitter? I don't think I've seen you on Twitter for real.
You might. You probably do.
Yeah, so you don't be on Twitter like that.
I'll be on there usually scrolling. I don't really post too much.
Got you. Oh, that makes sense. Damn, we gotta put you in a group chat. I didn't know you was on Twitter like that.
Oh, y'all got a group chat on Twitter?
Yeah. Bro, we got group chats everywhere. What's it called? All right, wait. So we're back in marketing. All right, so you're not really focused on plays. At least you weren't back then. Your Instagram is now disabled. So you are in the most interesting predicament I've ever seen in my life. You're a brand new artist that has no Instagram, and I mean, how popular are you on your other socials? Like, is your engagement high? Well, you said you don't post a lot on Twitter, so I would imagine not.
I had the most engagement on Instagram, but as you can see, I'm disabled. So
yeah.
After Instagram, probably, I mean, I got like 500 followers on Twitter.
500? That's more than me. Dang.
Yeah.
All right, so now it's time for the harsh realization. So you are taking the music seriously, right? Or rather, question. That was a leading question. Are you taking the music seriously?
I'll say halfway, yeah.
Halfway. Wait, what? Why do you say halfway? What's stopping you from fully committing to music?
It's still just like mostly for fun for me. Like I just like recording and being able to play it back and be like, damn, that's me. Like this shit hard. Like that's what it's about for me.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you're at like the.
But also like when other people tell me they fuck with my music, like it makes me feel good too.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. It definitely does feel good, especially like. Does it mean more when someone that doesn't know you says that, or when someone that knows you say that? Well, you don't send your music to people that don't know you, right?
Yeah, I don't. But I guess it depends on who it is, because you know, it's some people that's gonna be like, "Hey, bro, that shit hard," like every time.
Yeah.
But there's some people that's gonna tell you like when it ain't it, they gonna be like, "Hey, bro, that shit trash."
Yeah.
So it depends on who it is.
Yeah, but I feel like that's what makes it dope, because like when you have those type of people, when they tell you that something's hard, you gasped. You're like, whoa. It's like, yo, this person normally hates my shit. So the fact that they fuck with this, I know is heat. But yeah, it definitely boosts your ego just a little bit. But dang, all right, so I guess here's a question. If you were to market your music as if you were 100% serious, like your entire life depended on you having music sales or engagement or some type of audience or community, like how would you right now do that?
I mean, I would definitely go way harder. I would like be posting it on my Instagram, on the page, and on the story like multiple times throughout the day. Sending it to people to have them repost it, making trailers to my songs.
Trailers still a thing?
TikTok. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Making TikToks, posting it everywhere, you know.
Wait, so you would spend a majority of your day posting your songs on socials?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the. And I feel
just
like
pushing it until they fuck with it.
Yeah, the Fetty Wap method. It's interesting because like something I was just thinking about the other day, where it's like it's kind of sad that nowadays being a musician means you have to like on some level be a content creator. Like you kind of have to like put forth an effort to push your stuff out there. Like you have to put forth time, take time out for music creating, listening and vibing, like take time away from that and sort of like focus on just like gaining traction on socials.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, we don't really know it any other way. Like this is sort of like we're sort of being brought up in a time, our growth is happening at a time where this is just the way that it's done. But like, I guess, what are your feelings towards that?
I mean, yeah, that's just kind of how it is now. You got to like push your shit. Like, not everybody can drop one song and go crazy and like immediately become famous overnight.
Right.
And if that's not the case for you, you just got to keep grinding until you get there.
Right.
Keep pushing it to the people.
Yeah. And I guess, you know, posting on social media is a lot easier work than like, you know, going to clubs, separate clubs and playing, waiting in line for someone to play your shit, and then maybe they don't play your shit, maybe they do play your shit, maybe they play your shit and no one fucks with it, maybe they play with your shit, some people fuck with it, maybe you play your shit when everyone fucks with it, but you still got to go to another club and play it for more people because the goal is to have as many people listen to it as possible. Like it's a lot easier nowadays where we can just sort of like be on our phones or our laptops and try is what I'll say, like try to gain traction. I feel like it's been a topic of a couple of these series episodes where I'll sort of talk about like, or we'll talk about like the illusion of social media, where your stuff is not like, just because you post every day does not mean you're getting in front of new people. In fact, you're probably getting in front of less people if the people that do follow you don't engage with your stuff. So it really always starts with like the people that know you fucking with you, and most times they don't. You know what I mean? Most times they're kind of looking at you like, hey, it's this person from down the street. Why are they rapping? You know what I mean? Like what is this? Turn that off. Yeah, I don't know. It's
that is true. Like definitely like coming from where we come from, the east side, like it's a million rappers, like everybody rap.
Right.
Like, we got like 5 friends that rap, like 10 cousins that rap. The nigga down the street rap, the nigga next door rap, like everybody rap.
Right. And it's like, if we try to do some like, yo, there's a moral obligation to repost everyone that you know that makes music. It's like, you won't have time to post for your own stuff. You know what I mean? Like you just keep reposting other niggas shit like all day. It's like, oh, this person just dropped the EP, he put a video out, repost. Oh, this person got an EP coming, repost. It's like, all right. Then again, like, what's wrong with that? But I get it.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with showing support, you know, especially if, like, that's your dog. Like, definitely post your dog shit.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Because if you dropping, you don't want him to post yours when you dropping, so, you know.
Exactly. But we're talking about the people that aren't in music. You know what I mean? We're talking about the people. Yeah, so there's none of that. Like, there's no, like, oh, I'm gonna do it for them, so like when it comes my turn, they'll do it for me, because it's never gonna be their turn. Also, a lot of people don't care. Like a lot of people like that are artists themselves, just like, yeah, it would be dope if you repost my stuff in the future, but I'm not reposting your stuff. I just, it doesn't fit the brand. Like I don't know what their excuse would be, but like, yeah, I don't know. A lot of people don't show that digital love, but then again, it's just digital love. You know what I mean?
Yeah, niggas be Hollywood sometimes.
Yeah, high key. All right. Well, so yeah, that's the spiel on marketing. It's, I don't know how you're. Well, at least you're saying you're only taking it half serious. So I guess you don't really have there's no pressure for you to sort of like market yourself crazy. All right.
Nah,
yeah.
No pressure.
No pressure. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I gotta start doing more PLAE series with like non-musicians. I feel like that'll be fine. Like you just get like some like just because you actually make music and have done it before, so the process is a lot easier. But like imagine there is someone who's never made music and always wanted to try it out. Like I wonder what their song would sound like. Like
I know.
The PLAE series is just about to be like, you remember like the Hoop Dreams CD where niggas was just like doing N1 basketball, just going crazy in parks and shit. Like, yeah, it'll either be like just like motherfuckers you wouldn't expect with like the craziest bars, or like finally hearing themselves on record will make them realize that like, oh, I'm not built for this. Like, like I'm not. This ain't really my space. But then again,
some folks got natural talent, some don't.
Yeah, exactly. But and that's what I was gonna say. It's like, then again, like everything is every skill is practice. You know what I mean? Like some people have natural talent, like you said, but like you can, if you don't have natural talent, you can still build it up. Like you can still learn how to like, oh, this is how I find my tone. You know what I mean? And this is the type of shit that I write about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's definitely been some songs I've made. I'm like, yeah, that ain't it. I don't like how that sound.
Yeah. Wait, so talk about it. What is one of your least favorite songs?
I don't think it's not on SoundCloud or anywhere, but
obviously.
I forgot what it's called, but it's a song with me and my boy Gio. But it was like, it's a song by Youngboy called Gangsta Fever, and we kind of like remixed that. It's like a remix to that song. But yeah, I didn't really like how it sounded when I didn't like my part how it sounded after we recorded it.
Were you like, yeah, just go ahead and delete that whole, just delete the song?
I mean, I still got it in my phone. It's just not posted anywhere.
Gotcha. Do you think, wait, did Gio kill his part?
His part was better than mine for sure.
What?
That I can't remember.
I mean, are you okay with him just cutting you out the song?
I mean, we recorded that over a year ago now, so.
I mean, but shit, he might was like, yo, I'm gonna put together an EP. I'm gonna call it Lost Tapes. I'm gonna put together all the old songs that I'd never released.
I mean, it's not that bad. I just didn't really like how my voice sounded on it. So I was trying to sing a little bit on it, and it didn't really connect. The best.
Yeah, you have an interesting. All right, hold on. So when you was recording, because I know when you were recording low key, throughout a lot of like the beginning of it, you were kind of like yelling, which is funny. I think just because you didn't really know like how powerful the mic was with like everything sort of set up. It's like, yeah, bro, you can really whisper and I'm gonna pick it up. You know what I mean? But when you recorded your other songs, is that how you normally record? Like, is that the same tone, the same like bravado that you sort of use?
Yeah, I would say so.
For real? I'm trying to think of what's the name? Is that Dreaming? Yeah, it's Dreaming. You couldn't have been screaming on that, like, cause you actually holding the tone on that.
I was screaming on that one.
Yeah,
that's more of like a slower, like low beat song. You know what I'm saying? And
what about that one? You're singing on that song, so it's not like you're singing is bad. I mean, shit, you're singing on low key too. Yeah.
I like that song. That's one of my favorite songs, Dreaming.
Dreaming? Wait, okay, so if you were to rank Dreaming, Two Seater, and Energy, how would you rank them?
The people love Energy. Like everybody I ever played Energy for, they love it.
Nice.
So I have to go.
I'm not talking about what the people love. What do you love?
Let's see.
It's always different.
For me personally, That's tough. I'll probably still go Energy number one with Dreaming and Two Seater Time for number two.
Energy number one.
And I also have a song Greek Freak. I don't know if you heard that one. Greek Freak with my boy Gio.
I don't.
I like that one too.
I like the name of that song. What's the inspiration behind that?
We was just thinking about Giannis. It was like, we're gonna call this Greek Freak.
That nigga's lame, bro. y'all want to tag? I was hoping it was like some thotty story. I had some Greek. Yeah. So isn't wait, are we supposed to talk about that? Pause.
About what?
Tech. Can you talk about that or
Yeah,
no?
you can.
Oh, we can. Okay. Damn, I forgot what the last thing I said was, but it's cool. Cut back in. Wait. So I always heard that like Tech was like a super party school and shit. So is that true?
Nah, I wouldn't say it's a party school.
What?
That's
For
not
real?
really accurate.
Damn, I've been lied to, bruh. Bruh, my image of Tech was just like one like on some like Cinderella shit. Like once the clock strikes like 9 or something, y'all are just wilding out. But that I guess that does make sense.
I'm not saying we didn't have. I'm not saying we didn't have fun, but I would not like say it's a party school at all.
What is the party school? Is UGA a party school?
Yeah, UGA would be a party school, not a Tech.
Interesting. Why is it where y'all just weren't the partying type of people type shit? Like y'all had parties, but like y'all just weren't.
It's more known for like rigorous academics over like partying.
Yo, you said rigorous academics.
I mean, yeah, you gotta put on for my school, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, rigorous academics is kind of crazy. I know what you mean though. Not for real. Yes. No, y'all are known for y'all rigorous academics. Nah, that's funny. You're really in like the intro stages of being an artist. Like you're at the stage where everything's fun still. Like you're at the stage where like things are like it's all passion based. It's all inspiration. Like everything inspires you. It's like, oh, the world is fully open. Yeah, nah, man. It gets,
like I said,
it gets really frustrating.
A nigga really just doing it for fun, you know.
Yeah, I mean, shit. That's the way to do it. I gotta learn to keep that energy within like everything I do. I'll say it's fun, and this goes back to I gotta stop bitching about marketing because like it, you know, like it is just what it is. Like it's the game that we're playing. But like, I have so much fun making music. Like when we were making a song on Saturday, incredible. I was having a blast.
Yeah.
Start to finish, I was having a blast.
Fun.
Yeah. Like it's music creation, hella fun. Just you can think of whatever you want. You can put whatever you want on record. You can make it sound however you want. You can. It's completely unbounded. But then you leave the music creation and now you're in like music operation, bro. Like music business, project management. Like you got to start thinking about like, all right, fuck, how does this fit the branding? How am I going to market this? Where is this going to be put? Like, how does this make sense? How am I going to gain as much audience as possible for this? Like, does this fit everything else's? And like, it gets even more cutthroat once you're putting together a project because now you're making some of the most fun music you've ever made in your life, and you can't put 95% of that shit on your album because like this doesn't cohesively make sense. Now, obviously, if you're just putting together just whatever, go for it, right? So like recently, I won't say recently as in like 20 something, but like within like 2016, you know what I mean? Like maybe 2016, 2015, 14, people stopped calling things albums. Like they went back to calling them mixtapes or it's just a collection of songs or yo, this is my project, this is my whatever. And it's just like moving away from calling it an album just to say that you weren't putting that much attention or energy behind it. You know what I mean? It's like, there's so much.
Yeah, I feel like people call it album. I mean, people call it mixtape just because like, oh, it doesn't have to be as like much of a cohesive body of work.
Yeah.
For real, I could just call it a mixtape and just throw some songs together.
Exactly.
And drop it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And have y'all fucking with it. And if it's, which is something I always thought was funny. It's like, bruh, if I gotta purchase the song, it's an album. Or if I got to project, it's an album. You know what I mean? Like if it's for sale, it's an album. I don't care what you call it, it's an album. Like Nick, people weren't. I guess people were selling mixtapes back then. Actually, yeah, people were selling mixtapes back then. But like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, kind of going back to what you were saying before, like with the process, well, like after you like leave the studio, but like in the past for me, like the process kind of ends there. After we like record the song, we like me and my boy, we might record a trailer or something,
right?
But that was about it. Like I didn't have to worry about any other stuff for real.
Y'all were having more fun. Y'all were having more fun after having fun. It's like, I'm like, now I feel like the jaded old man is like telling motherfuckers to get off his lawn. It's like, yes, I remember when I was stepping on lawns and now I have to upkeep my lawn. But yeah, wait, so have you thought about the branding? How you, what words you want associated with 404 Ant? Do you want to keep that name, by the way? I feel like you're the last of the Mohicans, really. You're the only one that's keeping the 404 name alive.
It kind of just like, you know how it started. Like we had a little group chat called 404.
Yeah.
And then it really just started as an Instagram name for real. Like it was never a rap name. It was just my Instagram name. Right. Then I started making music and I needed something to call myself, and I was like, let me just use my Instagram name because I don't have nothing better.
So this is something I was talking to someone about. I think it was Philip. I noticed that a lot of recent artists, they all have Instagram names. Like if you start looking at their names, it's literally structured like a tag. Like there's no spaces between the different words. You know what I mean? Guapdad 4000 is quite easily the biggest example, where it's like the nigga's name is Guapdad 4000. You know what I mean? All together. Yeah, it's like people are just using straight up at names. So yeah, it's fitting that you transition from a social media name to an artist name just because that's the name that people are associating with you, especially since social media is our new marketing tool. But yeah, it's interesting. All of us still have the 404 emails though. Like we all still have, which
I never had a 404 email,
which is so funny. So yeah, we all still have the 404 emails, which is, I always thought it was funny. We all changed our artist name, but kept that.
I remember Renzo was 404 Dior, like way back in the day, like 2016, 17, somewhere around there.
Yeah, Vaughn was 404 Von Don. I was 404 Benny Kana. You're 404 Ant. What was I guess Cool? Was he 404 Cool back then?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it might have been. And I don't remember what G's name was, but I know that it had a 404 in it. And then there was Zudi or Alan, but I don't remember what his 404 name was. But yeah, there's just mad of us, which is 404 names, and then like, I don't know, somewhere within time, like motherfuckers just like, I'm gonna be PLAE. You know what I mean? Niggas like, yo, I'm Almighty Renzo now. Yeah, it's different. Do you ever want to turn music into a business?
I mean, yeah, I would love to, but I'm not saying I'm necessarily ready to like drop everything and start grinding towards that, but like I would love to.
Wait, all right, so that's an interesting point. So what do you think that someone who is or who does want to turn music into a business or has turned music into a business, what do you think that they should or would be doing? Like, how do you think it differs from what you're currently doing?
I mean, hopefully you're booking shows, like you get money off your streams, you know what I'm saying? Like you have like a pretty good following on social media, like all of that.
So that to you is what communicates that you're like working hard on your music or turning it into a business? Or I guess at that point, is that turned?
I mean,
like you already did it?
Yeah, I think at that point you're like you've turned it into a business.
Right. So what about someone that's turning it into a business, like in the process of? So before you're known, before you're booking shows, before you have a following on social media, before any of that, what do you think is someone who is turning their music into a business? So in the process of turning it into a business, what do you think that they should or would be doing?
Yeah, so it's just about promotion, really, like getting your stuff out there, like having people like know your name, having knowing your music, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's definitely the
Which
thing.
can be tough. Which can be tough at times, but I mean that's what it takes if you really
Yeah.
want to turn music into it.
Yeah, that's the work. That's the work of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so interesting. Have you all right, so I guess outside of music, have you ever thought about like creating or starting your own business with anything or for anything?
Not really, not seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's I think one of the things that happens when you start doing that, or for someone that does start doing that, you start realizing, especially if you don't have like a mentor or some type of like blueprint or whatever, even if you have some like, so let's say in music, if you have some artists you look up to, you still don't know what they're doing right now. Like you don't know what their day to day is. So it's like you wake up and you realize like, I have no idea what the actual work of being an artist is. And that can be anything. Like you can be an independent. I was visiting some businesses out in this business park in Lilburn, and I came across this business. Which is a little sus, but it's an e-commerce business, but they have a brick and mortar like spot, and I was like, why do y'all need this? But anyways, e-commerce business that focuses on or produces printing paper for cash registers. So like, if you go to a spot and they're printing your receipt, that printing paper, they manufacture that or create it, distribute it. And like, even for something like that, you still got to figure out what's the actual work that goes into making that happen, like into making it profitable. Like you got to start from literally just like, all right, so you woke up, now what? You know what I mean? Like you got to figure out what the rest of your hours are finna be like. And yeah, it's definitely interesting. It's definitely frustrating. I won't say frustrating. Yeah, it's frustrating feeling as if you haven't figured it out, but it's all part of the process. Yes, it takes a lot of patience for sure.
Yeah, being an entrepreneur is definitely a different grind for sure.
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
So when did you like navigate from like the producing to like the producing as well as like the song making?
Oh, so it was.
Because I thought you were like always made beats. I didn't know you like made music until like recently.
Yeah. It's funny. So I was solely producing for the longest time. No interest in really being a vocal, and I won't say no interest because I've always, like, even back then when I used to have like the Apple white headphones plug-in joints, I used to just like hold the mic and like record some shit.
I remember that.
Yeah, so it's like yeah. I mean, it's not like I didn't have interest in it. It's just I never really took it seriously or was like considering whatever. It was just more so just laying down ideas. But I was solely producing, and then in 2020, I feel like the pandemic changed everything for everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry. In this class, it was 2020. It was a final presentation on whatever. It could be whatever you want. We just had to have it like approved type shit. So before the pandemic hit, I had a plan of making a song, but this time I wanted to do it with like another artist. So like I was probably just gonna hit up Guy or Vaughn or something and just have them like write a song about whatever the topic was gonna be, and then just have them record that over a beat that I made, and I'll just present that. And that was what my proposal was. Like, it's gonna be a beat with a vocal on top. And the teacher was like, "Oh, that sounds dope. I'm really excited for it." And then the pandemic hit, and like I couldn't really, like, my entire setup was not like this. I did not have this mic for one. Like, it was completely different. So getting someone to record something with me was next to impossible. So I hit up the professor and I was like, "Yo, so I actually can't really get anyone to record any vocals or whatever to write the song, so I can just do the beat." And he was like, that seems like it's gonna be less exciting or less fulfilling than like the full song. Like, could you just do the song? Like, it doesn't have to be professional. I'm not asking you to like make a Like you can just record some like whatever. It doesn't have to be perfect. I think it'll just be better if we did have some type of like lyrics so that it like has a narrative. And I was just like, yeah. All right. So that literally forced me to actually record. So I spent, you know, I'm always procrastinating. I spent the night before the project was due. So it was just like, I already had an idea in my mind. So I spent the night before going through and actually like creating the song, like concept. I had a hook. You know how it worked. You've seen it. I had a hook, and I mean back then it was a lot less seamless because I was still figuring it out. And then I sent it to a friend for a couple like iterations until it was finally at a point where she was like, "Oh yeah, no, this is decent. This is good. Like I want you to know it's not like it's great, but this is decent." And I was like, "That's perfectly fine. It's like 3 a.m. I'm good." And then, you know, Zoom classes, it was my turn to present, and I was like, yeah, so I did this song. It's about sort of like the feelings or what I've observed people's feelings have been during the pandemic on some like get back, I don't really trust if you have COVID or not type shit. And so I played the song, and like it was, while I'm playing a song, like you could see the chat on the side, and all I kept seeing was like fire emojis, like what the fuck, like yo, I can't believe, yo, this is real. Yeah, and I was just like, yo, they're super fucking with it. Like that was
your first song?
Yeah. Well, that was the first song that I recorded start to finish and presented to somebody else, because there were other songs that I recorded, but like they were more on some like, you know, just like, oh, I'm just having fun with it, you know what I mean, just trying to see what my voice sounds like on a track. And then that was the first one where it's like I'm presenting this as my song to a group of people. That was the first time I've ever done that, and that being the reaction was like, that was fucking gasoline on a fire, dog. like that really was just like, okay, I think I can really keep doing this, because I had fun making it, and then people had fun listening to it and appreciated it and like kept complimenting it. I'm just like, yeah, that literally sounds like success to me. So I was just like, all right, bet I'm gonna just keep going. So from 2020, I literally started doing reference tracks. So I just, like, if I had a beat that I was fucking with and like there was something that was actually on my mind, I would do just babbles on it. Like I would just do just like random scats, no words or anything. I'm just saying vowels and shit, vowels and syllables. And like I would listen to that as if it was a song. And then like over time, like it had developed into like I'm saying words finally. You know what I mean? It was like I'm saying words finally, but it's just a hook, or I'm saying words finally and it's a hook and a verse or whatever. And then it got to where it is now, where it's like, you know, I could pull together a whole song without too much effort, really. But that doesn't mean it's gonna be good. it takes some practice and time. And honestly, the key is inspiration. Like if you have something that inspires you, then I think you can make something good out of it. But I don't care if you're Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson. Like if you're all not inspired to make, well, they might be the exception. I take that back. They might be the exception. Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson could probably just come in on an off day on some like, I really don't want to be here, and make some fire. Everyone else though, like you're more than likely just gonna make some bullshit, or you're gonna make something that's just cool. But like whenever you have inspiration, it's always fire. It's always fire. But yeah, that's sort of the transition between producing and like the vocal artist stuff.
Yeah, that's what's up. I never knew that. I always wonder like, when did you start like doing music for real?
Yeah.
But you gotta let me hear that. You gotta let me hear that song that you like played for the class.
Oh yeah. If I can find it.
You still got it?
Yeah, that's just probably on, I mean, it's for sure on the old laptop. I don't think I had a Mac back then.
Okay.
But yeah, I could probably find it. Yeah, I could definitely find it. You know what I really like though? I guess in a similar way to like, I play the song for the class and like everyone's just like fucking going crazy in the chat. What I really like is when because most times I'm like, so the Chanel song, that was me on the song, but like,
yeah,
though it says play Chanel, people still didn't connect that it was me on a song. So whenever people, so like I was in a cool was playing, I don't know what he was playing, maybe like Apex Legends or whatever. He was live streaming, And I hopped in and we just started talking through the chat. Well, I was talking through the chat and he was like responding back to me. And he played Geronimo, the song that came after Chanel. And then he played Chanel and he was like, yo, who is this, by the way? I really fuck with this song. Like, I love hearing that because it's like you're talking, you know what I mean? Because it's like, oh, you don't know that it's me and you're expressing that you fuck with the song. So I can trust that if I wasn't here and you heard this, you would still fuck with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I played Chanel for my boy. He was fucking with it too.
Yeah, appreciate that. Nice. But yeah, there. Another example of that was like, I sent. I was talking to this artist, and I was like trying to talk to him about his like mix or something. I was like, yo, I can work on your mix, cause you know this and that. And he was like, yo, send me some examples of your mixing. So I sent him some songs that like other people did, and there was like one song that had me on it, or maybe there was like 2 songs that had me on it. And he was like, oh, the mix is cool. I see what you're saying. It's super clean. But yo, who is the artist on this song? This shit is fire. And I was like, oh damn, that's crazy. that's me. And he was like, wait, what? Like, bro, we gotta work together. And I was like, that's really dope. So I really like the back to what you were saying. Like, I really love when people like what I make. It makes me, it gives me some it gives me a sense of satisfaction, a sense of joy. But I feel like that might be dangerous because, you know, you come to a point where maybe people kind of expect you to make good stuff. So when you put out something that's good, it's kind of underwhelming because they were expecting it to be better than the last good thing that you put out. And
exactly,
I don't like. I'm a perfectionist, and then 2, like, it's not that I can take criticism for sure. I can take criticism, but like when people are like too critical, like it actually does get to me on some like, damn, like maybe I am ass. You know what I mean? Like, oh damn, maybe I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I'm not. You know what I mean? I really start like sort of like humbling myself like supremely until I sort of like have a series of wins again, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm the illest nigga alive. But yeah,
that kind of reminds me of what you were saying before when I performed my song at the hookah lounge. Shout out to iHookah. I airdropped my songs to the DJ. I was like, I was like to my friend, I was like, you think he gonna let me perform? He was like, bro, just do it, bro. You never know. Then I sent him the song, and then that shit came on. I grabbed the mic, and then I performed that shit.
What? It was like that?
It was like that. Then after I finished, like people was fucking with me. They was walking up like, hey bro, you rap, bro? What's your Instagram? Like, I'm a DJ.
Fire.
Like, I was like, damn, like,
yeah,
that shit felt good.
Yeah, nah, that's different. Yeah, nah, that's I don't know. There got to be some type of like study on that, because yeah, there's just a different level of, I don't even want to call it happiness. I feel like it's beyond. I don't want to say beyond happiness, but it's different than happiness. It's like satisfaction is really the best word I can think of, or it's just like, wow, that's crazy. You really fuck with this. Yeah, I mean, shit, dude. I thought that you like signed up to perform that night or something, put in some type of application or something, and then motherfuckers was like, that's great. You just airdropped the DJ?
Airdropped the DJ. Like probably like one song played after that. Then my shit came on. I grabbed the mic. I performed.
That's kind of. Wait, but like, yo, that DJ had a lot of trust in you. Cause what if you airdropped some like flagrant shit? Oh, maybe he was listening to it while he was playing that other song. That makes sense. Cause like you can listen. Yeah, that makes sense. Like he probably pulled up your song and listened to it and was like, oh yeah, this is hard. But then hold on. So you airdropped the song. He plays the song. What possessed you to grab the mic? Was that the initial plan, or you just wanted him to play the song?
Yeah, I asked him to perform like before I airdropped it. I was like, hey, can I perform my song? He was like, yeah, send it, airdrop it. Then I airdropped it.
Okay. And then that makes sense. Dog, I thought you was literally just sitting in the audience smoking hookah, decided to airdrop him, and it was like, hey, fuck you, give me the mic. I was like, dang, matter of fact, you know what? We gonna make a movie about your life, and that's how we gonna do it instead. We just gonna have you just chilling at a table smoking hookah with your niggas, and then my bad, I did you dirty on that. Smoking hookah with some bitches, and then you just feeling flagrant. You just airdrop the song. You like, watch this, baby. Take the mic perfectly on cue. Just lights already organized and shit. Smoke machine, yeah.
I got a video too if you want to see it. I got a few videos.
Nah, I definitely need to see that. What? Send that shit. Yeah, no, that sounds super dope. That sounds like a dope experience. Wait, so is that the one and only performance, or have you performed outside of that?
Yeah, that's the only time I performed ever.
Did you like it? Did you like performing?
Yeah, it was cool.
Was it?
It wasn't really like, it wasn't a lot of people, but it was like, it was a good amount of people though.
Yeah, that's. Wait, but okay, so two questions. One, were you nervous or scared while performing?
No, not really, because it's like I don't know any of these people, so I ain't really tripping.
That's a benefit. That's a benefit. Yeah, that's definitely a benefit. All right, and then two, do you think that although it's a group of people that you don't know, do you think that if there were more of them, like if the place was packed, that you would be nervous or scared?
I probably would have been a little more. I probably would have been nervous, but like it wasn't like I was standing on the stage performing. I was kind of just like walking like throughout the middle, like through the aisle, just kind of like rapping my shit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so.
So it wasn't like I had to like stand on the stage in front of like a crowd type shit.
It wasn't like the spotlight was on you type shit. It was more humble, but the spotlight was still on you.
Yeah.
I get that.
Exactly.
Get that. Yeah, I don't know. When we threw did you stay until the end of the Welcome to the Renzoverse event? Not the listening party, but the event.
Yeah, I left early. I should have stayed.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, honestly, we did a bad job of timing that. Like, we just thought that, I don't know what we thought. A 10 p.m. start time was, niggas was tripping for sure. 10 p.m. and like we didn't end it until like 3 a.m.
Yeah, I was like, I left it at like 2:30. I thought it was about to be over. I didn't know like Renzo was performing last. So I would have stayed.
Yeah, he was performing last, but I was also his DJ for that performance. So then I DJ'd his set, and then after his set, I just did like a little DJ set. So I mean, in a similar, I'm almost certain that by the time I was just up there doing my thing, like just a solo DJ set, it was definitely less people. I want to say, if I was just to take an estimate, maybe like 17 people in there, 20 max. But you know, there were definitely people in there that knew who I was, so there was still that sense of like being like observed or judged based off of like however they already perceive me. But I definitely felt nervous in the beginning, especially when it was just me up there. But you know, I think the benefit of being a DJ is that like my job is to play the music, so like I can kind of like hide behind the music. Like if I'm if I'm the artist, I'm the thing people got to pay attention to. If I'm the DJ, the thing people pay attention to is the music. At least, I don't know. I would imagine. Maybe, excuse me. Maybe great DJs, like the attention's on them. But what I did notice was that like, because of how I felt with just the 20 people there, I was like, man, thank God I didn't actually perform like at the beginning of the night, because I think I would have been like super nervous. Like obviously I would have still performed. Like I know how to push through those type of feelings, but like it's I was like, damn, if I had performed at the very beginning, like that probably would have been like 10 times 20 times as nerve-wracking, because I'm just sitting here in front of like 20 people. Yeah, which is crazy, because from outside it didn't really, like, I know I greeted everyone and saw everyone in and like sort of like took the take, like, but still for some reason it felt like it was chill. Like it felt like there wasn't too many people, but like, yeah, most people that talked about it seemed like it was packed. I don't know, man. Like
what was that, last year or 2021? When was that?
2022. I think it was last year. Yeah, it was definitely last year. Yeah, July of last year. It was July 8th, I think. Now we definitely need to hit that shit again. But like,
yeah, you definitely gotta look back.
Yeah, from the last time, there are like I have so many, we have so many ideas of like how to change shit this time and make it better. Funding. Yeah. But anyways, I mean, shit, this is so far so good. I appreciate the conversation. Let's get into the future. Now you already kind of worrying me with you saying that like you're only taking the music like half serious. I'm not pressing you on that just because I fuck with you. I want you to know that. but I want you to think beyond. So this isn't like I want you to imagine things that you haven't imagined before, and I want you to go back as far as 10 to 15 years. Go forward as far as 10 to 15 years. So just in this moment, projecting 10 to 15 years, what does that look like for you? What does that look like for Ant?
I mean, I guess it depends on like how far music is taking me by then. Yeah, it really depends on that. I don't know if I would still be rapping in 10, 15 years.
All right. Well, so I guess outside of rapping, so I guess just speaking to Anton, if you're projecting 10 to 15 years from now, what do you want it to look like? Not to say like this is for sure what it's going to look like, but just what would you want? Ideal situation.
I mean, good job, good money, you know, good girl on my side, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
A family definitely within like 10 to 15 years.
Like your own family?
Just being happy. Yeah, my own family.
That's crazy.
Just being like happy, not worrying about nothing for real.
Yeah, stable. So that's what I was gonna say. It sounds like what you're describing is like the American dream. Is that what you want for yourself? So sort of like a good income, family, house, kids. Do you want dogs? Do you have dogs sort of going around?
You said dogs? Oh, no, not dogs.
Oh, no, for real? You don't like dogs?
I'm not a big fan of dogs.
Damn. Yo, Drake's making an album. I don't think it's for you, dog. For all the dogs, it's not for.
I'm still tuned in.
Yeah. You just gonna tune in with like a mask or something. But yeah, all right. So yeah, so you very much want the American dream. I like that. I mean, I think you're very close to that. You don't really need 10, 15 years for that, bro. I think you're.
I got. I just don't have the family, of course. But
you got everything else. Yeah. So, I definitely see that for you. See that for you in the future. And I guess on the music side, I'm not sure what that's gonna look like for you as well, especially your current commitment level is concerning, but I think the beauty of where you're at is that like you're at a spot where it can go one of a million ways, you know what I mean? Like your current position, especially in music creation, is beautiful. Like you really gotta appreciate the moments that you have right now. Appreciate the creativity. Appreciate the gift of inspiration. Just appreciate the carefree. But carefree, I don't mean lackadaisical though, but just like the carefree light nature of your creative space right now. It's definitely a great place to be in. I definitely miss that perspective. Would you ever do the PLAE series again?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, so we'll just check in with you by that point, and we'll just constantly remind you of the things that you mentioned in the first conversation. But all right, I mean, I guess outside of your projections, is there anything you want to let the people know? Like anything you want to plug? Time to get your shout outs.
Hit me on SoundCloud 44 Ant. Tune in to my songs. Energy out now. 2-seater out now. Dreamin' out now. Also low key out now. Me and my boy PLAE.
Hey.
Y'all go check that out. I will plug my Instagram, but I don't have an Instagram right now.
Hopefully by the time y'all watching this, he has an Instagram.
But yeah, shout out Renzo, shout out Cool, shout out Ade, shout out Gio, shout out my niggas.
Fire. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for joining the PLAE series. This is PLAE Legacy signing out. Peace.